Hi, so I'm here with Michael and Junichi. Now, they're here to talk about two films that are in competition, which they're both involved in, which is Info 1944, Dark Highlands. So welcome to you, Michael and Junichi.
Thank you for having us.
No, you're more than welcome. Junichi and I have met before,
Yep.
but not Michael and I. So, as always, if one of you could, give us a synopsis of both these films. I should point out, this is the short and a feature. So, if you wouldn't mind.
Well, I'll let Junichi start
Junichi, go
first.
for it.
Oh, okay. So my film is Info 1944. This is describing one Japanese guy who called Mr. Masao Hirakubo, who was a founder of the Burma Campaign Society, and he came to London to start a reconciliation activity between Japanese veterans and the British veterans. And this year it happened to be 75th anniversary of the Battle of Imphal.
Yeah.
So I shot this 5 years ago. Yeah, but I did re-edit it.
Yeah, but there's a new cut now, isn't there?
New cut. This is a new cut. Yeah, all the drone shot and all this. Yeah, new coloring. So
yes, thank you. And we should point out you are also the lead actor in Dark Highlands,
yes,
which sort of neatly leads me on to
yes.
you can see.
And also lead in Info.
Yes.
Of course,
I
yeah.
played the two. Young and old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant
Yes.
film.
It was great
Thank
Both
you.
brilliant films. Yeah, no, brilliant
Thank you.
films.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
cool.
And
Dark
Dark Highlands. Dark Highlands is a feature set in the Scottish Highlands about a young and impressionable artist who goes out into the Highlands of Scotland to paint, and then he encounters this chap, the gamekeeper.
It's quite a gripping, scary.
It's basically for no reason whatsoever, really, this madman starts picking on Junichi's character, the artist, and he tracks him through the Highlands, keeping him away from water for 3 days. 3 days is the crucial number. That's basically, after that, you're dead.
He's right, so it's the 72 hours is,
Yeah.
okay.
So we're also trying to give the impression that it was really hot in the Highlands, which it wasn't. It was freezing and raining all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have licked the grass and he would have been okay.
Surely not in the Highlands, it's never like that.
But this was a really hot. We kept trying to impose that it's a hot day. So it keeps him away from water, just keeps stunning him every time he gets close to water, then taking his tent, setting him up somewhere else so he's lost,
Right.
then letting him loose again, just so you can track him later.
Yeah, it's quite, like I said, it's quite a dark film.
It's there's a lot of things going on there kind of behind the curtain. You're never really sure what the raison d'etre of the gamekeeper is, apart from he really doesn't like Junichi.
For some reason.
Yes.
A question that sort of begs to be asked is, I'm assuming there's a reason you didn't shoot this in the summer, because you could have shot it in the summer, but maybe all
was
the
shot in the
symbols.
summer.
Yeah. Oh right, because it was. Well, you just happened to have a very.
We specifically chose the start of July, which historically is a very good month in the Highlands. I mean, normally you get figures up to about 32 degrees.
Oh, okay.
We had 2 degrees, and it rained. I mean, we had Junichi for 14 days. For his part of the film was 14 days.
Let me guess. Just before and just after, it was boiling hot. And when no, seriously.
In February and March, it was really hot. But yes, we had Junichi for 14 days, and we were able to get outside filming for nearly 5 of those. And the rest is shot inside tents in hospitals and everywhere else.
So it was a bit of a race against time, I guess, to get it.
It was,
Yeah,
and the
very
pickup
tight.
shots later, we had to go back to the same area at the
Yeah.
same time of the year
Yeah.
to try and
Yeah.
get the background.
Yeah.
Because in the Highlands, it all changes completely throughout the year.
Yeah.
You've got purple heather, which is there,
Yeah, I remember. So I've been here for years.
within
Yeah.
3 months.
Yeah.
Any side either of that, it goes. So it goes black, the grass goes. So you have to go and film at the same area at the same time of the year just to get pickup shots
Oh, so that in itself presents
Yeah.
a problem.
Yeah.
It's a race against time, obviously.
constantly. Yeah.
So with these not particularly conducive shooting outdoors, so this, what was that experience like? Was it quite tough to film? I mean, because you're now compressing
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
really.
Very long hours. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes we demanded a lot of Junichi, maybe like 18-hour days.
Yeah.
I think it was the worst one.
Yeah.
We
I
we fed
understand.
him.
Yeah, I understand nature of
Yeah.
filmmaking, of independent filmmaking. So yeah, I love to, on set all
Yeah,
the time.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So, how did what's the start of this film? How did it all come about, and at what point does Junichi come into it?
I mean, the true start of the film is we were planning, me and the writer-director, Mark Sturton, had planned we had 2 films together we were going to do. We were going to do a quick money-making film.
Right.
It's like, we'll make a horror, because they sell quickly, we can make it, get it in the can, get it sold within 8 months. Took 2.5 years.
Right. So the whole idea of the quick just flew out
Yeah.
the window, right? Okay. Is that what? And then that became this. Right. Okay.
But the quick film, so initially it was, the written version of the film was a female artist goes to the Highlands with some friends, that sort of thing, and there's a maniac. And it was quickly like every other American horror film. A group of friends go to the Highlands, oh look. So we thought we'd change it. And just so we were thinking about things, and me and the director and I's favourite Japanese actor, Takakura Ken, am I producing it correctly? Just died.
Okay.
And he was in films like Yakuza, Black Rain, and in lots of other films. A brilliant, beautiful actor. And he just died, and we were really surprised.
Oh, so it was literally out of the blue.
So it was like, what if we make the artist character, get rid of the teen friends, get rid of that, give him something else. And it was take away the English part, so you've got an alien
A
in
real
the
fish
Scottish
out of water.
Highlands.
Yeah.
So there was like a multiple layer of things. He's lost, alone, doesn't know the language, doesn't know the people. It's a completely alien environment. So that makes it a bit more independent, interesting, but more visually interesting as well.
Yeah.
So you get him totally lost. And then the next thing was take nearly all the dialogue out of the film.
Yeah, because there isn't
Yeah,
a great.
that-
there isn't.
yeah.
It's basically
Very
was
difficult
very
to make
spare,
a film
very sparse.
without dialogues. Yeah.
It's because the gamekeeper doesn't speak.
no.
Yeah.
And the artist doesn't have anybody to speak to. The people he does speak to die very quickly. So that was we couldn't have him walking around the Highlands talking to himself.
No.
That would kind of be weird.
No, and that makes sense now to explain because I've obviously seen it, and then when it made sense when I saw the film.
Yeah.
So where is Junichi coming in?
Well, that was
Sorry.
the thing, because we decided to get a Japanese actor. The director, Mark Sturton's also the production manager. So he went, I need a Japanese actor that's not based in Japan, because we're filming in Scotland.
Yeah.
Japanese actor, London, Junichi Kashioka.
Oh, he was
Okay.
on top of the
Okay.
Okay, well, now it's like,
You are the
I'm on
first name.
yeah.
Right
What's he
brother.
been in?
Yeah.
I guess you next thing is what's he
Okay,
been
yeah.
in? That'll be,
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, right,
Okay. Wow.
So Junichi's the number one actor mentioned when you're looking up for Japanese
Is
actors.
that genuinely,
Yeah.
Oh, great.
You're the head of the searches in Google.
You're at the apex.
Oh.
So we're in
Such
for
an
the first
honor.
name.
You didn't know that story until
No. But I think probably just after the 47 Ronin, something
Yes,
like that.
yeah.
Mark talked about quite a lot.
Yeah.
Acted with Keanu Reeves and
Yes,
talked about
because you were getting quite a lot of press at that time as we were looking.
Yeah.
What, because is this now is because of James Bond or John
Yeah,
English?
that
all that kind of thing
yeah,
happened at
I
once,
think so.
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
James Bond came a bit later. That's why just while we were filming, I think.
yeah.
It was 47 Ronin. It just came out with
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Junichi's in that
I
as
didn't
well.
realise you were in 47 right now. Sorry, I didn't know that.
Oh, that's-
Okay.
Yeah. So his name basically battered to the top of the Google charts when we did our search,
Wow.
and we're immensely lucky to get him.
now I
he's
know.
good. And,
Yeah.
and what's more annoying, he's a really nice guy as well.
He's a lovely guy, and he's a brilliant chef as well.
No, oh,
No,
is there any, is he one of these like polymath people? Oh, awesome.
Yep.
I made sushi during the filming. Yeah.
So thank you very much. Perhaps we can talk about Infile, and
Yeah.
because I know this, both projects are close
Yeah,
to heart,
yeah,
of course, but
yeah.
this one I know is in particular.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if you can, I know it's the 75th anniversary, but tell us a little bit more about this, please, Junichi.
Okay.
And why it's so important to you.
Yeah. When I was researching for one project in India, and that was related with the Battle of Infile.
Yeah.
And then on the course of preparing for my role, that was a leading role, and then I started researching. And the first time I know about this battle more, I heard of that battle, but that was very interesting. All individual story, from books or novels or documentaries. I had my own idea to make how to make this film, but that was Indian director's film, so I didn't have any involved in the creative side, just doing the acting job. But the film hadn't made it. But 2014, which is 70th anniversary, the milestone year is approaching, still haven't filming.
Yeah.
And then I decided I'll make my own film to make it for already the screening date is set, but they haven't started filming.
So you hadn't decided at the outset to direct this. That was that came later. Is that right? Okay.
Yes. So I started writing script, and then assemble team, and then all shot in London, and then produced in June. Yeah.
Because I suppose this isn't me putting words into your mouth, but I suppose the danger is if you're, or the concern is if you're trying to research this, people that are around then, there's not many people left now. I mean, that's a fact, isn't it?
No.
You've met most of
You've
them.
actually,
Yeah. That's why this year is 75th anniversary. So I wanted to make a documentary, because the last film was Sugihara Survivors. As you know. That is, I went to New York and then met these survivors in person, and it's such a powerful moment to hear how they escaped from Europe to in Japan, actually. And then I wanted to make a documentary about the Battle of Imphal, the survivors of a Battle of Imphal. So I went back to India this year in January, and then I'm making this documentary version of Imphal 1944. But still, I'm aiming to feature version of this film, drama.
Yeah, because
So,
I suspect it could be a feature film.
Yes.
I would say quite easy.
Yeah.
There's nothing easy in filmmaking.
Yeah.
Is that a goal of yours to turn into a feature?
Yeah. I'm writing this feature version, and I just finished writing of feature drama version of Sugihara Survivors.
Right.
So all this, I'm making a short film first, and then try to pitch this my project. Yeah. Hopefully to get the funding.
Of course.
Yeah, but always trying.
They're two
Keep
very
trying.
interesting stories.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
And-
God, yeah.
And also, this is Japanese-related films.
Right.
Japanese person. Yeah.
And I suppose also the thing is, I didn't know about this until this came along.
I was only when Junichi told me about it, I started looking it up and reading the history.
Yeah.
And it was one of the most devastating, I think the first devastating defeat of Japanese forces by British troops.
Yeah.
It's because the British troops were also supported by about 3 garrisons of Gurkha. So the Japanese came again and they just flattened, basically.
But this main theme is not war; it is reconciliation, peace. It's nowadays there's a lot of prejudice or anti-Semitism or people divisive.
Yeah.
And then it's very important to send a message as a filmmaker, to send a message of peace or unification, or
Like reconciliation. I
Yeah,
guess,
that's
is,
very important. Very important.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, are you both able to tell me what other projects you've got going on at the moment? Are you able to give us an insight to anything you're working on?
The writer-director's got a few things in development at the moment. There's 2 features trying to get off the ground, and I'm concentrating on the marketing for Dark Highlands.
Yeah.
So it's out in the States already, so I'm pushing to get it out in Britain and Europe and everywhere else.
Fantastic.
So that's the full-time job.
Because again, what I was trying to allude to earlier, this is the whole point of filmmaking. This just is going on and on and on. You know, it's not just getting the film. I understand that. It's a real big push. So, thank you. And Junichi?
For acting, the Johnny English Strikes Again has just been released.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I'm going to get the Blu-ray as soon as it comes out.
That's just on
so
Sky.
excited
Is
to.
it? I haven't got Sky.
Acting with Emma Thompson.
Yeah, but that was
Dame
amazing.
Emma Thompson, and I love her so much, and I love her work. Yeah, so
Note to self: Junichi likes to mention names. And why
Of course,
wouldn't
you
you?
worked with Keanu Reeves as well.
Oh yeah. What's that like? What's he like to work with?
Yes.
I bet was he good to work with?
Yes, he's very quiet person.
Is he?
actually on set. Yeah.
Well, he keeps
Yeah.
himself to himself very much.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, yeah.
You'd never think that,
Yeah,
would you? When you
yeah.
see him in,
Yeah.
I don't know, when he's done this Hitman, I can't remember the name
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah,
John Wick.
Yeah, it's
John
gone massive.
Wick,
Of course, they're doing a
Yeah.
third one at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah. And also one feature film coming up, which is I'm playing a leading role, but set in Imphal. This time I went back to Imphal, and then one director just talked to me, let's making a film together, and then same scene but a different story.
Wow.
And also, yeah, we are filming in Japan and Imphal, so producing, yeah, probably this year or next year. So that is a new project as an actor.
Yeah.
And then as a director, as I said, I'm producing this documentary version of Imphal 1944, and making a Japanese novelist, about Japanese novelist called Soseki Natsume, that is still in the process of editing, and also at the same time making a Japanese fashion designer, Koshino Michiko. She established Michiko London. That is a Michiko London.
Oh.
Yeah. So
And you're involved in that as well?
I'm making a documentary about
Wow.
her. So it's all, at the same time, doing at the same time.
Fantastic.
So, yeah.
Really, really well done. Gentlemen,
Yeah.
it was an absolute pleasure.
Thanks, Ruben.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
very
much
much.
for that.
Thank you for
and
having
I
us.
love meeting you both. Thank you both. It was wonderful
Thank
to meet
you.
you both.
Thank you.
Thanks for the opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Thank you. Thank you.